Hiya guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If it's your first time, please don't forget to, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell, and you'll get signals every time I put up a new video, which is quite often. I've actually had one guy has told me he actually unsubscribed from my channel because he was getting inundated with notifications because I put up so many videos. But I've quietened down a little bit now, and he's now resubscribed, so that's good. We've got a few things and bits and pieces going on the channel. I've got a build of the Airfix Monty's Humber nearly finished. I asked you guys a question about the lights, and somebody came through with some answers for me, so thanks very much for that. We've got a build along going on with the Junkers 88 from the ICM Revell kit, which is going nice, and people are sending me pictures, so I'll be putting another part of that very soon. I've also got a couple of reviews I'm going to be doing for you of Tamiya RC kits, so yeah, stay posted for that as well. It's a different angle. Maybe some of the modelers out there haven't seen those kits and maybe be interested to see them. One's a bit of an oldie and one's absolutely brand new. I'm going to fetch that one tomorrow. So what have I got for you today? Well, this, talking brand new, it doesn't get much newer than this. This is the new instrument panel from Airscale. If you've been a fan of my channel for a while, you'll have seen I've done some Airscale reviews for the B24 in 32nd scale, and also for the Lancaster, and I've also done a how-to, or how I do, build of the Lancaster cockpit set from Airscale, which if you haven't seen it, go and take a look. It's you know, it could have been better if I'd have been, you know, more skilled and had done it before, but it was my first time, and if you go and see the way it came out with all the added switches and everything, it's a mile above the norm that we're used to. So this is a brand new product. It's available now at airscale.co.uk, and it's £18.95, and it is the new Airfix Hellcat, I believe, is due out on the 1st of June, so that's just over a month away now, so not too long to wait. I have actually emailed Airfix a couple of times asking them if I can get hold of a review sample, and a couple of times they've just ignored my mail. So maybe if someone from Airfix is watching this, perhaps they'd like to get in touch. But yeah, Nigel's modelling bench, I have emailed you twice, so you know, just sorry, no, we're not doing review samples would be nice, or some sort of response. Hey, so this is how it comes. This is in a plastic envelope. You can see how big it is. It's roughly just a bit bigger than my hand. It's the standard Airscale size, and this actually came today in a soggy, soaking wet envelope. It must have been on the top of the bag in the pouring rain we've had here in England today. So yeah, luckily the bag was sealed and everything, so the contents are absolutely fine, but the envelope literally fell apart. So if I'd have been further up the road, this might have fallen to the bottom of his bag, who knows. So anyway, this is what we get. It's a card, normal sort of card, instructions and information sheet with a nice picture on the front, and then we turn it over. We can see we've got a sheet of decals, the clear acetate in there, the nickel silver instead of brass, and then the back of the card is showing an image of the completed set and the instructions. If you want to see some nice images of the set, go over to airscale.co.uk and have a look on there. He's got a lot of information up there actually on this set. So when you go on there, it comes up, you'll see a picture of the Hellcat, and the first thing it says is Airfix 124th Hellcat cockpit upgrade. Click the buy now. It's not going to automatically sell you one, don't worry, just click buy now and it takes you straight to the page with more information, and there's lots of images of it you can click and enlarge and have a look at, so go and have a look at that. But this is a review of the actual set, so you can actually see this you know, moving around in someone's hands, if you like. So I'll get this out of the packet now and I'll be straight back to you. Okay, so this is basically what we get in the set. We've also got the instructions, which we'll look at in a minute. We get this clear sheet of acetate, which you can use or choose not to. It basically sandwiches between, you get a backing plate and the actual main instrument panel. So you put your decals onto a backing plate, stick the acetate over the top, and then stick the front plate on that. If you're wondering how it looks in comparison to using varnish, go take a look at my Lancaster Airscale cockpit build, and you'll see the difference is astounding. We've all used varnish in the past, and now we've got Edard now, and the likes of Edard are putting the varnish on for us over the gauge faces. But when you actually use varnish, you can't get that flat finish. If you put a drop of varnish in afterwards, you always end up with this kind of concave bowl, if you like, and it never looks quite right. Whereas if you put this in, you've actually got your flat glass, and then when you look at your instrument panel, you're looking through like this, okay, and then when you catch the light, I can make it catch the light, it looks just like glass rather than having this dished effect in there. So really worth using the clear acetate, and I'll go through that in a minute in the instructions how you actually use that. We've also got these decals which are beautiful. It's not only, although it's called an instrument panel upgrade, it's not just an instrument panel. You've got the instrument panel, the side consoles, all the controls down the center and everything, and you can see, you know, it's not just an instrument panel. We've also got some stencils there, and the actual the labels that go around certain controls, like these, I think these are probably landing gear controls here, or maybe flaps, and then you've got all these different controls here, and separate dials and stuff which go into different parts of the assembly, and I'll show you that in the instructions again in a sec. But just to give you it nice and close up, so you can see there, I think the camera's focusing, yeah, you can see how much detail there is in there. And yeah, very nice indeed. So yeah, we can actually read those dials as well. Okay, so that's the decal set, and then we've got the photo etch here. Now we've got it looks like this is a side console here, and then we've got another side console there. This one says front. Not quite sure what's going on there. We've got two backing panels here for the instrument panel. That's obviously to give it some depth, and then we've got the actual front face. So this is the main instrument panel that goes in the center. I'm not sure about the Hellcat, but I know the Wildcat, I think all this is green, but the only actual part that's black is the actual instrument panel itself. We won't know that until the kit comes out, or we look at our references or whatever. I don't have a kit here, obviously. I don't have any kit instructions. I've not seen any kit instructions, so I don't know. The actual instruction set, I've had a look, refers to some kit parts, so I can't tell you what those kit parts are, as I don't have the kit. So I don't think anyone does yet. But anyway, there we go. There's the that's our basically our photo etch, and as I say, it's nickel silver. If you're painting this, you need to paint it either with enamel paints or give it a etch primer first. You can use the Mr. Hobby metal primer. It's the beauty of it, it's clear. So if any paint does scratch or chip, you get the metal finish showing through, which is quite authentic. The downside of it is it's not very good. It's not a very good etch primer at all. But it's better than using nothing, particularly if you're using acrylic paints. If you put acrylic on here, it would just flake off really easy. You know, like when you use the Edard pre-painted seat belts, so they just you try and bend them, it all just cracks. So yeah, either give it a good degrease and use an etch primer or use an enamel paint, and then you can scratch it up a little bit and make it look very authentic. And I think that's why he uses nickel silver rather than brass, is because you get that silver finish rather than the gold brass finish showing through. So it is a single-sided etch, and as you can see, I'll give you a close-up of that. Try and look at so we don't get the reflections off the light too much. Nice little Grumman logo there along with the Airscale logo. You can see the part number there, PE24 CAT. So there we go. Very nice. I'm wearing gloves today, guys, because I've been working on my Jeep engine, still de-rusting it 10 days later, and yeah, my nails have got obviously the brown scale and water gets in, and yeah, so my fingers don't look very good, so I've put some gloves on for you. So let's have a quick look at these instructions, and we can see the front card here. It's got the a lovely picture of a Hellcat on here. It looks like a CAD generated image. Highly detailed nickel silver instrument panel and cockpit details, four colour one piece decals, a high fidelity replacement for kit parts. And then on the back side you can see here, this is the actual Airfix parts with Peter's Airscale parts fitted to it. And as I said, you can see how much that instrument panel's raised with those 3 separate sandwiched panels. So, and if you look on my Lancaster build, what I do with these, I put them together, sandwich them, and then I go around the edge with super glue and almost use the super glue as a filler, and then you rub it down and you end up with that looking like one piece of metal rather than the three separate pieces. And it gives you that sort of, rather than it being laminated photo etched stuck one on top of the other, it becomes one, and it does look quite nice. I also do that, like you'll see in the Lancaster build, where I stick a panel onto, if you stick a panel onto the front of, say, a fuse box, use the super glue around the side as a filler, sand it down, and then when you actually paint it, it looks like a box rather than a plastic box with a photo etched panel stuck to the front of it. So that's a good little tip for you guys. So there's some general operating data here. This is just tips on how to use it. And what I'll do, I'll put that there, and then you can pause and read it. Again, it's glossy cards, so I still haven't had any money from YouTube yet, so I still haven't bought a light, but as soon as I do, I'm going to buy a light, and then I'm going to get a new camera. So the money that I make from this will go straight back into the channel. So we can see on here we've got some assembly images, and this is telling you all our decal placement, and then we've got some images down here of the real aircraft. And as I said, it is green, look, and then it's just the actual instrument panel itself that's black, same as the Wildcat. But yeah, very, very nice indeed. Lots and lots of additions, and you can see with all these stencils and stuff, it's going to look really, really nice. And the Airfix plastic looks lovely. I just hope they don't have the mold mismatch seam problems that we had with the Typhoon. But it does look, from these images, and I've looked on Peter's website, the plastic does look a lot better than the Typhoon did. So we should be in luck if you're going to build this kit. So basically we've got instructions here, which I'll show you, so you can, let me try and get it, make sure you get, the light doesn't affect it, so you can look at these and then you can pause. So that's for the main instrument panel there, and then we've got the right hand console, the left hand console, and the central console. And something really worth doing on here, where you get these holes in the panels, like here you've got these tiny holes. Well, they're not so tiny on this because it's 24 scale, but that's actually giving you the ability to put switches in there. So you know, it's really, really worth doing. It really does add to it, because you can see here, so he's got decal 4. Yeah, decal 4 is going over that panel there, so you can see all these holes in decal 4, which is just above my finger. You'd have little pieces of metal rod in there, cut them all to the same length once they're glued in, use the, drill into, stick that to the plastic, drill through that into the plastic, put your metal rod in, and then cut them all off, snip them all to the same length once they're in, and then you can bend them all and have them all dead in line like little toggle switches, and it really does look good. Have a look back, as I say, have a look back at my Lancaster one and you'll see what I mean. So there we go, guys, that is a review of this beautiful little set once again from Peter at Airscale. He never ceases to amaze me with what he does with this stuff. It looks so great. I mean, it's almost like another little model itself. I just wish I had the Airfix kit here now. If I did, I would be building this to show you how great it's going to look, because I've never used Peter's 24 scale stuff. I have actually got his Typhoon set and his Mosquito set, but haven't built either kit, so I haven't used them. But I want this. I really want this Hellcat. It's a beautiful aircraft. It's one of my favourite aircraft of World War II. The F6F is not my favourite, but I don't care. It's a Hellcat at the end of the day, so I want to get it and use this set and promote Peter's products. And I'd like to just say thank you very much to Peter for sending me this. I didn't even ask for it. It just turned up in the post. He's obviously pleased with the reviews I'm doing, so that's why he sent it to me. So there we go. That is the Airscale instrument panel upgrade, PE24 Cat. He's obviously, let's just hope nobody brings out a 24 scale Catalina, because he won't have anything to call it then. I don't know what he's going to call it. He'll have to call it PE24 Lena. So anyway, so yeah, I've waffled enough. So thanks for watching, and as I say, if you've liked this video, give me a like, and please subscribe. Lots more to see, and hopefully somebody from Airfix will get in touch, and really hopefully they'll send me a review kit so I can get that reviewed for you as well, and it will be a very, very thorough review, and I'll probably do a build of it too. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.